All right, folks. So I'm signed in here as somebody called Fake Student. I just want to show you a couple things about our D2L that a few of you might not be familiar with. So when you first join our class and you click on this landing page, you should get weekly announcements. So right now I'm trying to do it as a whole week at one time, and then I'll edit these out each morning so you get a new date. So I posted Tuesday by itself, and then I went back and I added Wednesday, Thursday. So you would have gotten this Thursday content, you would have known it was coming all the way back on Wednesday, although your actual work didn't open up for this Thursday stuff until Thursday morning. So you can anticipate what work's going to come, but we'll still keep pace with our stuff. You may have projects that you get access to early and you can work through it. At the time of this posting, it's going to be under the Friday piece of this. Each time I do that, I'm going to try and post it as a major edit so you get a notification of it. But that kind of pushes out a lot of notifications. So depending on feedback from students I talk to, I may cut that back and not do them as major edits. But understand that at the start of each day, go to whatever week we're in on the announcements, scroll down to today's date, and do the completed work. I do my best to make sure each of these work items, you can click through it and it jumps right to the content. But our content section is going to always be organized with these through here. Right now we're in module 1. We've jumped all the way to displaying numerical data. You have a blank note that you work through. You can print it off if you want to do it by hand, and you have practice associated with each of those. Depending on your learning style, I think the best way to tackle this is print it out, have a video ready as I go through, and take notes as if you were in a class. Try the practice and confirm your work with the solutions. Now, if I go back to my announcements page, my class landing page, I want to touch on two things. First, you notice that Fake Student has an overdue quiz. Let's take a look at that, and then I'm also going to look at feedback on a quiz that I did earlier. When you click on the quiz, we can start the quiz. Make sure you read through that first page. During this quiz, blah, 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 I click through all of these ones until I get to this point here. This is the one I want to talk about. It gives us the option to add something with a box. I can type in here and I have all these editing tools. You can also attach things to this one. So if you go through here, you can do any of these that you would like. You can attach something. Actually, I don't know if you guys have that link. I always get that, or I always forget that. Oh yeah. Oh wait, course materials. Maybe you can get access to your Google Drive that way. And then if you want to do something like an equation to put it in here, we're going to do a graphical equation because that's the one we're normally most comfortable with. So we would have copied down that triangle and we'll be following an a squared plus b squared equals c squared for Pythagorean's theorem. I'm then going to hit my enter. I think I had a was 6 squared plus 8 squared equals c squared. Hit my equal sign, I get 36. Bear with me, I know you guys have done this, but there's something at the end that I really want to show you. So don't bail out on this video yet. 36 plus 64 equals c squared. 100 equals c squared. Square root of 100 will equal c, and my last piece is 10 equals c. So right now you see that my equal signs aren't stacked up on top of each other and it doesn't look that nice. If I go over to this piece right here, this red one, it's our contextual tab. You could hit Control-0 to get there quicker. Right now I'm justifying everything left. I can put it all in the center. It kind of looks nicer. I could put it all to the right. That actually looks pretty good except for these couple. The cool thing is I can click this one, which is a relation line, and it stacks my equal signs. So now when I insert this, it looks like nice, clear work. A number of you didn't do anything like that, and your work looked really, really messy, to the point that it was illegible. Make sure you're previewing what you're submitting for these, that it looks exactly the way you intend it to, and then go ahead and submit it. If you want, now that I'm out of the equation editor, I can go down a line and say, therefore the hypotenuse of this triangle is 10 units long. I could also add a file to this one. If I created a Google Doc of that or a picture, you can get it from your drive or your computer. I could record audio or a video and submit that. Most of the time when I have these ones, I have all these options. Doing the equation editor, totally cool. Or adding a file or literally dragging and dropping a video in here, a picture in here is totally good too. And then I can submit this when I'm done. Since I only did one of them, it's gonna be like, hey, you're doing that too fast. Done. And done. So now if we go back to our quizzes section here, we see that the teacher has left feedback on my attempt. This is not the one we just did. This one I did a little bit earlier before I wrote this video. So I can click on this feedback in my quiz list, and then I can actually see what the feedback was left from the teacher. So when I click on it, I see there's two types of feedback. One, there's an audio link.
Hey, fake student, you did really good on that. How about you keep doing stuff exactly the way you are?
That is just so reassuring. And then the teachers also included this generous response of words. The cool thing about this feedback is I can go through and I can give you guys feedback on each type of question. Normally I avoid doing that and I try and consolidate it all in one spot. But if we do bigger quizzes and tests in here, I might have some here. So just take a quick scroll through here and you'll be able to see if I add anything else there as well. So close that back out. And again, I'm just going to show that from the home page because I want you guys to be doing that. If you go to your quizzes section, you'll see there's feedback on that one. In our discussions, we have one discussion released to us at this time. Starts February 8th. And it says you must post first. So I can read what's going on here. How does the probability and risk play a part of your everyday life? And I can respond on that. So click on it. And then I'm going to start a brand new thread. Enter the subject, and I'll be like fakes. What are we calling this? Intro to probability, concepts, and notation communication. It doesn't really matter too much what your title is as long as it's something relevant. And then I have all those tools as well, plus this insert an image tool if you would like to use it. Graphical equation editor, and I can add attachments down here if I would like as well. Once I do it, and I post that, it's successfully in there, and now I can see everybody else's posts, and I'm being asked to add 2 responses to these. So if we find this student who's done a great job of putting in a couple sentences, probably in risk of their everyday life, in multiple pieces, we see there's already a reply to this. If I click on that student's actual piece, I can then go down here and see, oh, this student has gone in, talked about it. They aren't just saying, hey, great job, but they also use examples for studying for tests, and they said that makes you more informed decisions, lowers the risks, and in turn the negative consequences. It's not just what I would call a fluff response. There's some substance happening there, and that's so you can earn good communication marks through these types of work.